Hey, welcome everyone. Pat Mitchell here. So today we're going to be discussing Tesla. Tesla, I really fully do believe that we are going to witness a black swan. Now, you may have seen me post that quite a bit lately and say that quite a bit lately on social media. I've said it in a few of my recent videos, especially a live stream I just did last week. Also posting it on Twitter. What is a black swan? Well, a black swan is a unicorn. It's basically something that happens extremely rarely. A really, really good example of that is DRYS. So DRIs was a shipping company that every guy and his dog shorted, that was a penny stock. Within a couple of few days, it went up to, I believe the highs were like 110 or 120, $110 or $120 per share. And within a few days, so from like $3 all the way to that in a couple of days. It was incredible. For those of you that don't remember it, I'm sure quite a few of you do. Now, why am I equating DRIs to Tesla? And maybe some other people on this platform or other platforms are making the same, but just hear me out. Even though you may have heard some of this before, I really want to give you my thoughts on this and then tell you why at the end of the video, how many shares I'm going to hammer the living shit short out of Tesla with. You keep seeing the same people shorting because it's up. I keep saying this until I'm almost blue in the face. And it's incredible when I warn people on social media. It's like, just stay away. There's easier plays. There's easier money to make in the market. Okay, like Kelvin, he wrote another one I want to read. It's perfect. So he goes, you know what? I haven't made a penny off of Tesla, nor have I lost a penny in the last 3 weeks. 3 red trades from 24. Probably the best I've ever traded. Just small, consistent gains, $100 to $2,000 with limited risk. Never out of control, never risking the house. That right there, folks, whether you like Kelvo or not, that doesn't matter. That's another story. What he's saying is you can't dispute that. That's how I'm trying to train new traders is, don't swing for the fences, as Ponytail likes to put it. Don't do that. Why not just wake up in the morning, get your predictable money, and leave? I'm in the same boat as Kelvo. In the past few weeks, I haven't traded Tesla. Do we trade Tesla? Oh yeah, man, we absolutely trade Tesla. It's a great vehicle to trade. But right now, because of what it's doing, there's absolutely no reason for it. Stay away from stuff like this, and I'll tell you why. Once you get squeezes, everybody thinks there's predictable squeezes, and I'm going to prove, even when you think it's in the bank, yet another guy got fucked, okay? So these are so-called quote-unquote professionals that are getting fucked, and to be shorting this anywhere above that, like 400 mark, as it's starting to go parabolic, you're an idiot. You're a complete moron. Even scalping it, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Okay. Now, if I offended any of you by calling you personally an idiot, come on, guys, wake up. I don't want to offend you. I'm not trying to piss you off. I really just want to see the greatest number of traders I can get by listening to me to be successful. That's what I want. That's the goal here. Okay. And for people to continuously short these things because they're up, and these are professionals. Now, I understand a newbie trader that doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. I get it. But when you're a quote unquote professional and you can't see that the writing on the wall is that this is going to squeeze, there is an incredible amount of shares short on Tesla, and it's only moving higher. And here's the thing. Right now, what I believe is going to happen will be a DRYS type of event, a black swan event. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe that this squeeze so far, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it is dumb money, retail traders, okay? Chasing it. That's all this squeeze is. A lot of it is just retail traders. What happens when one of the most polarizing companies in the stock market, what happens when and if the smart money gets squeezed? Think about that. What happens when the people that they answer to are calling them saying, no more, I'm cutting you off, time to unload? It happens, guys. The crazy thing is with Tesla, love it or hate it, and I don't really care. It's amazing what's going to happen when all of these hedge funds that have hated Elon, okay, and hated Tesla, they get margin called. It's going to happen. If it continues up here, it's going to happen. Now, let's go into the charts here. So on Tesla, you can see here that it is went from this 300, okay, this was a beautiful breakout. Sure enough, this thing has squeezed and went nuts. The thing is, this isn't even a lot of volume yet. This 60.5 million shares, is it way over average volume? Yeah, it's like 6-7 times, something like that, average volume. That doesn't mean anything yet. It's only got 167 million in float. That's a low floater. For some of you folks coming from penny stock land, you think that this isn't a low floater. It absolutely is, right? Like within a short period of time, this can just keep going and going and going. And like I said, once the smart money starts getting squeezed, look the fuck out, guys. It's going to be incredible. There has been an unprecedented amount of 1,000 call activity. There's been a lot of activity. This thing isn't done yet. Now, what you may see here is a pullback. You may see it relax a little bit. That's fine. But if that breaks again, if those highs break, look out. You'll start seeing 100-point candles. Okay, 100-point 1-minute candles just shooting up. And it can happen. Stocks like this, guys, even though this squeeze has already been a huge squeeze, because of so many people that are involved on this short, and once they get called on it, this can go to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. I know that sounds really crazy, but it really can. The potential is there, is what I'm going to get at. That's not my call. I'm not saying it's going to 3,000 or 10,000 or whatever. That's just the possibility. So with this candle showing a doji here on the daily, you are going to have nothing but people jumping in short. In fact, you already do. Let's go into this. Let's go into the 1 minute. I want to talk about this dump as well, but you can see it gapping down. Because it's gapping down, if this level holds, you see this right here, mark my words, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day here, right? If this level holds, all these shorts that finally they piled in again, and shorts that are underwater, this, like, it needs to come down in their eyes. And if it doesn't, this thing's going to squeeze up more. Okay, so this 834.56 needs to hold, or needs to break. If it doesn't break, this thing's it's gonna cruise. It's gonna go nuts. Now, I want to talk about something here, and this is why nobody's safe. Long or short, don't trade this. Look at what happened at the end of the day. There is a trader that's out there that got stuck. He got stuck. That is one of the worst things that you could say. There is no situation that you can ever be stuck in that is an excuse. And until he starts being real with himself and stops lying to himself, that's one of his best excuses, is he got stuck. No, motherfucker, what you did is you were playing and trading a stock that you absolutely shouldn't have. There's so many moving parts and moving pieces to this. It's not just technicals. It's not just fundamentals. There's a lot of shit going on in the background that you're not going to catch. You're not going to know. No one's going to tell you their moves. And this is what happened. Now, this dump from what I'm reading, and I'm going to give you two thoughts on this. I'm going to give you what they say, the media and the chatter is saying, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. Okay, so this here is, because it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes to the bell, you're going to have people that can't, they don't have the margin requirements to hold overnight, that are chasing this long. So all these people, probably maybe some of you included, that are wanting to chase this and go along. Oh, it's going to 2,000. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to make $1 million or whatever the hell lie you're telling yourself. Once it gets 15 minutes before, your broker will shut down the position for you if you do not meet the margin requirements. And that's what they say has happened here. Now, I'll give you another possibility, and that's probably right. Like, to be honest, that's probably right. That's what it looks like. The time of day is right with it. The amount of volume is right with that. So I'll give you my thoughts, though, of what it potentially could be. It could very well be a Hail Mary play by a hedge fund or institution or some sort of big trader that's short, and he's giving it one last gas, guys. He's giving it all he's got. And you'll look at the shares, and like this is a lot of shares. There's that's 1 million. We got about, I don't know, 2 million shares, something like that. So I mean, it's possible that a bigger trader, a bigger fish, so to speak, hammered short to try and invoke some sort of panic. Right? Once people start seeing sell-offs like this, they instantly think, because they know a bunch of penny stock morons are trading this, they instantly think that there's an offering here, and then they freak out and get out, and then that could in turn spark a downtrend, or it just sell off more. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying there is a potential for that being out there. I'm just trying to give you a glimpse into how you should be looking at this, right? But for anyone to say that they got stuck in any position and they are professional, here's the thing, guys. This isn't a newbie. This isn't someone with a little bit of experience. This is a professional. Getting stuck. Does that sound like something a professional would say? Really, 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 really think about it, guys. Okay, just really think about it. I've never put myself in a situation where I've been fucked. Ever. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't happen. When you cover your bases, and there's no excuse that I would ever accept that you were in this and you got stuck. I'm telling you guys, I'm warning you guys, long or short, stay away. So before I tell you exactly how many shares I'm going to hammer the living shit out of this short with, I want to show you. So here is DRYS. Pretty incredible, right? Look at this. When I was watching this as it was happening and unfolding in real time, and these candles were so big on the 1 minute chart. They were incredible. It was fast. It was gnarly. It was absolutely gnarly. And the writing was on the wall once this broke, because it just had an offering, or it just had a split, reverse split, and it broke and it squeezed really high, and then everyone jumped in. And how many of these guys that are losing their ass, actually, it's funny. The guy that I'm talking about getting stuck long, and then it dumped out, he blew up on DRYS. This trade actually took him out of the game. And the thing is, he can't even realize it's the same setup, it's the same potential, it's the same play. How do you not learn from your mistakes? It only happened a few years ago, guys. It's not like it happened a couple decades ago. Like, this is only a couple of few years old. And it blew him up. It took him out of the game. That's fucked up. And it's the same thing happening again with Tesla. There's no difference here, guys. You don't know what you don't know. My last thought is, why not make predictable money off of another stock? All week I've been trading Apple. Apple has presented nothing but clean, perfect opportunities to make multiple points a share. We have not traded Tesla. Have no desire to trade Tesla right now. Will we trade Tesla in the future? Absolutely. We trade it lots. We trade it at least once a week. We're trading Tesla, just not right now. Stop looking for those momentum plays. And I know a lot of people love to say, like, momentum is where it's at. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm saying the exact opposite of that. Don't bother with it. You don't need it. There is predictable money out there, so take it. Stay away from learning from guys that are getting stuck and getting fucked on the exact same play they got fucked on and blew up only a couple years ago. Listen to people that actually give a shit about where you're headed as a trader and trying to do everything in their power to get you there. So it's not that I don't know how to trade Tesla. I've been making calls in the room on this the whole fucking week. And it's doing exactly what I'm saying it's going to do because the writing's on the wall. So some of you are going to probably troll me in the comments and say, well, if you knew, why didn't you just take it? I'm telling you, I have no desire to trade it right now. I have no desire. And you shouldn't either. To answer the question from the beginning of this video, how many shares short am I going to hammer the living shit out of Tesla with? 0. How many shares am I going to go long with on Tesla? 0. None. It's simple, folks. Stay away from plays with that much volatility. Volatility is good. This much volatility, it isn't. It becomes irrational and emotional. And you never know what's going on in the back rooms of some of these big players. You don't know. You're going to get smoked. To get dumped out and stuck. I'm stuck long. I'm stuck. Oh, I'm stuck. That's ridiculous, guys. I'm stuck. What are you 4x4ing in the fucking bush or what? Like, I don't get it. What do you mean stuck? It's nonsense. There's no excuse I would ever accept on that. So guys, if you want to become a real trader trading real stocks, come to TrickTrades.com and stay tuned for a live Q&A. Adios, folks. Hey, welcome everyone.
Well, that was the video, folks. Thanks everyone first for coming out. I just want to say that I really do appreciate the support from everyone. Before I get into like the Q&A though, because there was developing news afterwards and some people did bring it up, I just want to take just a real quick minute here and give you my thoughts on that news that was released and one of the reasons why Tesla sold off. Now, you guys do remember the funding secured thing, right? Like you guys do realize that Elon loves to fuck with shorts, right? So this squeeze, as I do believe, is mainly retail. Not all, but mainly. Not everyone, not all these hedge funds have got margin called yet, and it can happen. So they want to start and basically initiate another squeeze. This news reeks of bullshit of the coronavirus. Like they keep using the coronavirus, like is going to stumble production and stumble deadlines. I think it just reeks of a traditional Elon Musk bear trap. That's exactly what it reeks of. He's done this before in the past, and not just once. He's done it a lot. Like the whole reason why Tesla is up as much as it is because of short squeezes, and a lot of them by his own design. This isn't anything new. So do I really think that the coronavirus is like gonna take down Tesla? No, I think, now mark my words, we're gonna see a sell-off now. That's fine. It'll pull back now. Just getting that next round of shorts in. If the highs from yesterday, if they break, like, good Lord, guys, like this black swan that I'm talking about can get really crazy. Now, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying nobody knows what's going to happen. This is purely speculation, but that's one of the reasons and one of the things that makes the stock market interesting. That's why people get into the stock market, is for speculation. That's what drives the markets. And like I said, I think it's pretty funny. And then later on, just actually as I'm doing this live stream, I was just getting set up for it. Elon puts out a tweet, and I'm just going to read it here because I don't want to fumble it. So he puts out a tweet that says 8th hottest song on SoundCloud, right? And yes, it's a song that they've been kind of going for for his favor. It says, "Don't doubt your vibe." So this reeks of Tesla or Elon basically saying, like, don't doubt the stock, guys. It ain't over yet. And Elon is famous for this. He's a massive troll. Like, Elon's famous for trolling shorts, and this is what makes him so polarizing, that I can see the writing on the wall here, and I don't believe this squeeze is over. Long or short, I think people should be staying away. If there is an opportunity like on Apple or any other market leading stock to just play technicals and take your couple of few points out of it and make your money, then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take that? Why do you need to hit these home runs all the time? Why do people have this incessant need to do that? I think that's one of the things that is the very definition of a professional. A professional should show restraint, know when to put the gas on, know when to pump the brakes. And something like this is, you just stay away, guys, period. End of story. It has all the makings of the next DRIs. It's the exact same setup, and I find it hilarious that these guys out there, they don't even realize that they're falling for the exact same trap that they were in a couple years ago, and it blew them up. They didn't just like do damage. A lot of them were taken out of the game for almost a year before they saved up funds to get back. And yeah, are they back? Yes, they're back for now. It's what I always say. This is what I preach at TrickTrades. Like, I'm teaching you how to do this for the rest of your lives, not just for short bursts, right? Isn't that what you guys are looking for? You guys want to pay your bills every month. Like, that's what I want to do. I just want to pay my bills. I'm not looking to get rich. It just happens to be a byproduct of the process now. Like, why not just focus on simple, predictable money? And anyone that's calling Tesla predictable money is a damned fool. And I think a lot of them are just into taking their subscribers and their members screen grabs of their P&L for promotion. It's crazy, guys. Hold on, I gotta fix the ISO here. It's just a little bit dark. That's a little bit better. It's a little bright, but that's all right. So I'm gonna pop out chat here. I know it's a little bright on the screen, but the sun's starting to go down now, so I'm gonna pop out chat and we'll get into some questions, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. But does that make sense though? Seriously, does that make sense what I just said about the whole coronavirus and this and that? Like, it reeks of a traditional Elon Musk bear trap. That's exactly what it sounds like. You know, and then for him to post that eighth the highest ranking song on SoundCloud, like, don't doubt your vibe. Like, he's directly telling people, like, don't doubt this. Like, it ain't over yet, man. Like, this is all by their design. Why would they release such information when they're not necessarily obligated to right now? They're not obligated to do a mass release of something like that. They can do that through SEC filings to alert their investors. It doesn't need to be disclosed right this second, right this minute, because it's a short-term thing. Like, a virus is something very short-term. It's not like it's going to take over the world, right? Like, oh, fuck, I hope not. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's nonsense. It reeks of it. It's hilarious, actually, you know? So let's get into some questions. I know you guys, I'm sure you guys have some questions, and I do really like doing these Q&As with you guys. It's something that I actually look forward to. And I'm going to be heading to Canada here on Friday to go visit family. I do every about 6 weeks. I go in for a week and then I come back. And I do have another video loaded for you guys ready to go that I know you guys are going to love. Is something wrong with the sound, or is it all right? Audio's choppy? I think it has to do with the actual stream, guys. I think I'm having a little bit of internet lag, but okay, if it's workable, just deal with it, guys. Like, I don't think you guys realize, like, I'm in the middle of Costa Rica here. Like, I don't think you realize what I had to do in order to get internet at this office. Guys, It was incredible. It took 3 different types of internet. It took a team of rogue internet guys in order to get it to work. And then I have to deal with this other guy that put up his own tower and he jacks a signal. It's ridiculous. Like, well, I will actually be putting in my own tower, but I won't be doing it here at this office. So we bought a piece of property, and I'll most likely be building the TrickTrades headquarters there. And then I'll be putting in a tower and getting my own high speed. But yeah, if you guys can understand, perfect. So what's on your guys' mind? Everybody trading safe? Like, do you guys understand where I'm coming from with this video? How do I trade? I trade solely proper stocks off of support and resistance. That's how I trade. That's it. That's all. There's no massive secret. It's strictly off of it's a very methodical strategy, and it's something that I teach members how to do every day. And I live for this shit. This is what I do. Steal it from your neighbor. Again. I don't live in the States. I don't live in Canada. So I'm kind of hoping you guys have some questions instead of just bullshitting back and forth. I mean, I like bullshitting with you guys, but the whole purpose of these Q&As, you have the ear of an actual trader. So if, like, now's your time, right? How do you reset? If you're talking about resetting, are you talking about resetting after a loss? Or are you talking about resetting after a just a singular loss on the day, looking for a reset to take another trade? Are you thinking more bigger picture, or so a loss? Okay, so this is one of the number one issues that traders have. Kelvo, one of our moderators, he had this major problem of living in what I call living in hindsight. It's everything. It's not even just with trading. It's with his losses. It was with his wins. When you constantly think about the past, and think about the past from the second you say something, now it's the past. That's how you need to look at the past. All right? Now, I hope you're following. When you instantly disregard what has happened, you learn from your mistakes, and that's it, and you move on, right? I know it's easier said than done, but you can't be living in hindsight. You can't be living in the past. You can't talk about the what ifs and the should have and the could haves and the would haves. You can't do that. You simply need to focus, eyes fucking front, eyes front, look ahead, look dead ahead, eyes front. Learn from your mistakes, but when you go to sleep at night and your head hits that pillow, right before you pass out, that's it. That's all. You don't think about it again. When you wake up in the morning, it is a new fucking day full of possibilities. Losses happen to everyone. That's something that you are absolutely going to have to get over and wrap your head around, is losses. Losses are as much a part of trading as the wins are. And if not, they're even more important, right? So definitely, you really gotta just eyes front. I tell all my traders, eyes front. And one of the best ways to get over losses is to talk it out. Talk it out with your mentor. Talk it out with the members of a group that actually know what the fuck they're talking about and can help you through it. Because at the end of the day, we can't talk to our wife or our husband or boyfriends or girlfriends or moms or dads. They don't understand, guys. In order to do this, I had to leave my wife. I had to get a divorce. I left my wife in order to pursue this. She did not understand. She did not support me in any way. And I've got a pretty good idea and a pretty good feeling now. She's probably a little upset with herself that she didn't show that level of of support. It's hard, man. Like, you need to find a group. Like, some people are dead set against trading groups. Myself, you got to find the right one. You got to find people that are like-minded, have the same goals, that you can discuss and bang out these fucking problems with. You have to. Or else you're always gonna turn inward, and you'll never get that shit off your chest, and you're gonna deconstruct. Like, you're gonna implode, man. Like, you can't go through life like that, and especially when it comes to losses. And I know I'm rambling here, but it's like, you really got to get that shit off your chest. But once you get it off your chest, eyes front. From there, man, like, no looking back at all. Okay, I'm just reading some questions here. How many years did it take you to get profitable? So, reading the overall market in general, emotional psychology, all wrapped up into one. I'm super comfortable. That level of comfortability takes years. That is not something you're going to learn in 6 months, a year and a half. You will not learn how to be truly, genuinely comfortable. You won't learn that in a short period of time. Now, in order to get profitable and get consistent, that can happen relatively quick. That's about a year, okay? And a year isn't a long time, guys. Some people like to think that it is. It's not. It's not even close to being long term. But after that, after you've gained consistency, then it is, your next step is to size up and now to actually make money. You find consistency through small size, and then it's a battle of sizing up. You size up too fast, now you got to taper back. Like, sizing up is such a delicate balance, and something that you really need to take your time with. It is a long process, guys. This is like any trade, any other profession, any other job, or a big shot career. It doesn't matter. Any type of apprenticeship is anywhere between 2 and 4 years, right? So right there, looking at it from that perspective, you've got years to do this. If you're going to post-secondary for like university or college for any type of professional, like a teacher, that's 4 years, a lawyer 7, a doctor 7. Like, it takes years. I'm not saying it's going to take you 7 years, guys. I'm just saying this is just like any other profession. It's like any other profession, guys. There's absolutely no difference in it, right? And you have to look at it that way. It is small victories along the way, and that's how you have to look at it. Yeah, you got to put in your 10,000 hours, just like Shaner just said. I mean, that's absolutely true. No, I did, Michael. Like, a lot of people, believe or not, I was in one chat room. Now, Tino and I have been in other chat rooms, but I was what I would consider myself a member of one chat room. Okay, I was an actual member. I would consider myself a member. I lasted a couple of weeks. It was such nonsense and bullshit. It was ridiculous, and I could smell a rat right off the hop. It was complete nonsense. It was not a sustainable strategy. It is what it was. It was a setup. It wasn't a strategy. Now, that's something that I realized very early on, the difference between setup and strategy, okay? So, with that said, I took to doing this on my own. Now, not everyone's going to be able to do that, guys. If you can find a guy that can shorten your learning curve, by all means, go get him. Like, that's what you need to do. When I was coming up, there were no options for that, guys, okay? There was literally Kimmy Dykes, Mr. Timmy S. There was Ponytail, and there was Cameron Foose. Those were the 3 that were out there, guys, okay? Those are not choices. Those are not decisions that I would ever recommend new traders to start with. It's nonsensical information. A lot of it is antiquated, and a lot of it's not strategy, it's setup. There's a massive, massive difference between strategy and setup. Oh, you know, one thing I will add to that question is one thing that I attribute my success to, and something that I discuss quite a bit, is at the beginning, when I first started trading, very first started trading, I didn't place any trades whatsoever. No live trades, no demo trades, okay? None. I got TC2000 charting and I stared at the charts. I looked at different charts and that's all I did. I looked at how they moved, how they flowed. Okay, it does this. I looked at the charts. Now, some people are going to tell you, oh, don't look at hindsight. You're looking at it from hindsight. You can't do that. Why? Hindsight is a great learning tool. You're not going to be able to necessarily place a trade with hindsight eyes, but while you're learning, absolutely. Each and every day, these stocks literally do the exact same thing. The only thing that changes are price points. As long as there's no catalyst, no major catalyst, these stocks will do the exact same thing day in and day out, every fucking day, like clockwork. They follow the rules. That's why I love these higher price stocks. Well, there's still, guys, like people are, people want to try and emulate these guys like Grittani and Dux. And I've met Grittani. He was he was nice enough to do a webinar with TrickTrades right at the beginning of TrickTrades. I really have nothing but good things to say about him. But he's the first one to tell you he doesn't trade Tim Sykes' strategy. And he's got an actual strategy. And here's the thing, guys. Talk about 10% and 90% make it, right? Like the 10% make it in the world of retail trading, okay? Now, when you're looking at penny stocks, like I know it seems like everyone trades penny stocks because that's all that FinTwit is full of, is penny stock traders. I'm fucking telling you the truth here. Nobody fucking trades penny stocks, man. Not on the grand scale of things. I know it looks that way and that everybody trades penny stocks because that's all you see. The majority of traders don't trade that shit. They don't touch that shit, right? So if even a smaller number are successful trading those, why would you? Why would you touch them, right? There are people out there that are straight up animals. And what I love about these Q&A presentations is that I've got nothing but member support in here that can attest to all of what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying, I know from the outside eyes looking in, it looks like bullshit and marketing and sales. It's not though. Like these members can absolutely attest to all of this, that this is what happens every day, man. Do you cut your losses and let your winners run? Okay. Hey, Keyboy, like those, and I understand what you're saying. Like cutting losses, I don't just cut losses. I have a very definitive stop out strategy. It is our risk strategy. We call it standard risk. Okay. It is designed to keep you in the trade just long enough so you don't stop out right before it reverses. It saves the trade 9 times out of 10. It's fucking phenomenal. It's amazing. It's not about just cutting losses quickly or even how some people say like cutting losses intelligently, which is fine. And yeah, I agree with that. But it's not just about doing that. You need an actual stop out strategy, a risk strategy, not just an entry strategy, which is what we have as well, right? And letting winners run. Yes, I have a very detailed plan with our strategy that tells people exactly how to milk it for all it's worth. And again, members can attest to this. We literally take stocks from highs to lows and lows to highs. We do it damn near every day. I know how it sounds. I'm well aware of how it sounds. Yeah, we get in and we get out. That's it. That's all. I'm a young new trader. been holding my option spreads too long. I'll have great profits, second guess myself. How do you decide when to pull out and take profits? Again, it's all about the strategy, right? Like it's Stallone, like it's all about the strategy. It is following a very set trade plan. It is knowing how to pull profits. That's something like I want to answer it. Like it's not like I'm just dodging the question because we're on a free platform. I have no problems answering the question. It's just there's more to it. There's moving parts and moving pieces to a strategy that simply can't be explained on a very small, short form type of thing. I'm sure you know what I mean. Like, it all boils down to strategy. It all boils down to doing things properly and having discipline. And you need to find a guy, aka me, I'm talking to you right now, that can show you how to do this. We have a genuine strategy, both entry and risk. Sorry, I'm just reading, see if I'm missing anything. Do you ever invest or do you hold all cash? It depends, Dave. Like, as for investments, no, I don't have any long-term holdings right now, and I'll tell you why. I'm waiting for something. I actually just discussed this in a one-on-one session with one of our members that just hit a massive ringer with an investment, and I'm going to help him reinvest that money, but we're waiting for something. We need a proper pullback. Right now, like you don't want to be buying up at highs, right? So it takes time, it takes patience. Investing is about, not only is like day trading and trading in general about timing, but investing is especially about timing. But I do take long-term swings, which is different than investing, right? So as for investments, I do property, and that's what I'm working on down here. But as for stocks, not right now. I'm waiting for a very specific trigger for me to load in on the market. But as of right now, it's a lot of property, looking for opportunities down here in Costa Rica. Is that too bright? I think that might be too bright. Shit. Sorry, guys. I know people watching the replay, it's just a weird time of day to be doing this. Oh, Michael, that's super easy to answer. So Michael just asked, how do we trade through the day if we cannot follow the chat room all day due to work? You want to hear the beautiful thing of how I've designed Trick? Like, this isn't a chat room. Like, we do have a chat room. We do have live screen share and all that good stuff. But the way I've designed this is I put out, number one, a trade plans in the evening, and then I tweak them in the morning. You have full detailed plans, entries, exits, stops. Plus, not only just that, but you have the education on the back end. You have me at your disposal. Just hit me up. That's all you got to do. Hit me up. I'm always around. I literally sleep 4 hours a night. That's it. I'm too busy to be sleeping more, and I'm fucking always around. People have literally hit me up at midnight my time, which is depends on the time of year, but that's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., Eastern Standard Time. I've answered questions. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, he's got you covered. Yeah, V. Yeah, absolutely. No, Michael, and you have my word, okay? I'm going to talk to you right now because not only am I just talking to you, but I'm talking to so many that have been burned before, that get sold this exact spiel. You have my fucking word, I'm going to answer your questions. You have my fucking word, you're going to learn how to trade. You have my fucking word, you're going to have a actual strategy that you can follow. An entry strategy and a risk strategy. You have my word. It's real. This is the real deal, folks. This is legit. This is not bullshit. Yeah, Ad Dad here, Jason, he was major skeptical. Now, aren't you glad you signed up? Hey, AC 2014, what I would do is probably rewatch this. That's what I would do. I would rewatch this because, no. Like, what you guys are missing, and I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, okay, AC? I'm gonna pick on you a little bit now. This is a problem. That mentality is a problem, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I promise you. Like, if there's one guy that's on your side, I'm on your side. There are so many opportunities. There are so many other plays of easy, predictable, replicatable money every day. Just leave it alone. Like, to go for these huge momentum plays, sure, it sounds good, but all it takes is one mistake, right? That's all it takes, man, and you're out. You're going to be out of the game. Take it from a guy that has been there in your shoes. Every mistake you've ever made, any mistake that any of you have ever made, I've been there. I've done that. I've done it myself, and I've learned from my mistakes. I'm one of the rare people that has learned from my mistakes. A lot of people don't. They have the memory of a goldfish. 2 minutes and it's done. Everything's out the window, right? Like, I'm telling you, man. Oh yeah, options are incredible, but here's the thing. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but that trade, that's nothing special. I know it sounds special, but it ain't anything special. A trade that I just shared with Kelvo on the back end. Like, guys, but the problem is, like, you guys are talking about your friends. Have your friends actually been properly trained? One-hit wonders will come and go, guys. Don't think about money like that. Like, what does it matter, right? And it's cool that he did, and I hope he keeps on to it. I hope he holds on to it. But you know what? Odds are he won't. That's the truth. That's the cold, hard facts. That's the truth. He probably will not hold on to it at all. He's probably going to lose it and then some. Yeah, absolutely, Baron. Yeah, absolutely. No, but the thing is, like, no. Like options are they can be insane, but when we trade stocks and options, the exact same. The exact same. There's literally no difference. No difference. We trade options way different than anyone else. I guarantee it. Our tickers for tomorrow, appetizers? Yeah, I can share my tickers with you. We're going to most likely trade Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, maybe AMD, MU, something like that. Like, we trade the same basket of stocks every day, guys. We have a basket of 16 stocks that we trade every day. Yeah, SPY, of course, SPY. Yeah, Stallone, like, if you love options, man, like, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, Netflix is another one, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Cody. We trade the same stocks day in and day out, and I'll tell you why. When you develop a relationship with these tickers, you get to know them. Each and every stock has their own personality, and I'll tell you why they have their own personality. Each stock, a certain trader will gravitate towards. Apple follows the rules. It's not very emotional. Lately it has been. That's a different story, but let's just say for the sake of argument, it's not. 9 times out of 10, it is very straightforward and to the point. That is the type of trader and type of human being that gravitates towards Apple. Tesla is erratic. It's emotional because those are the type of traders that are going towards that. It's a low float. You're going to get that penny stock mentality into it. Okay. Nvidia, Facebook, all the same thing. It's the type of person that gravitates towards that stock. That's it. That's why these stocks are so predictable. And once you understand the very different personalities that all of these stocks have, it becomes extremely predictable, extremely replicatable. You can do this shit every day, guys. Right on, Dan. Yeah, I know, man. Me too. So on that note, folks, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I hear you, AC. Before I wrap this up, I want to address people that are posting P&Ls and everything else like that. When you're posting P&Ls, a lot of people, they want to think it's for transparency. You got to be transparent. I understand that part, but it's not about your daily P&L. Your daily P&L doesn't mean anything. It is about the day, the week, the month, the quarter, the year. It is the long term. A daily P&L, you can lose 1,000 today, you can lose 1,000 tomorrow, you can make 2,000 Wednesday, you can make it all comes out in the wash, and it's about the longer term. It's the longer view. You have to play the long game here, folks. Like, daily P&L is nonsense. It literally doesn't mean anything, and some people always get that mixed up. They always get that mixed up. They're like, what do you mean fucking P&L doesn't matter? That's exactly why we're here. We want to make money. It's like, listen, you dumb fuck. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, so many people, they like to take certain parts of what I say and apply it to their like confirmation bias, or like you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people are, I'll say it, like, I think a lot of people, especially in like the penny stock land and FinTwit land, they just really shouldn't be trading. It really brings in the wrong type of trader. They're looking to get rich fast. There is no getting rich quick in this, guys. There isn't. I'm telling you, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to realize your way hasn't worked and now it's time to do it my way, and you're going to talk to me and tell me your problems, you're not going to sit in the back 40 and pout like a little baby, TrickTrades is the place for you, right? If you want to become a real trader trading real stocks, you got to come to TrickTrades, period. So I just want to thank everyone for coming out. Guys, I really like doing these. I want to continue to do this format. I want to put out the video and then do a live stream, Q&A, answer you guys' questions, get to know you guys. I love this shit. So on that note, I am going to wrap this up, though. It is dinner time. So have a great one, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys coming out. I really do. Thank you. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Adios.